Alright, so very unexpectedly, we actually have a brand new release for a Legends Limited unit. This time being Omega Shenron, which, pretty hype character, but I really wasn't expecting another character this week, if I'm completely honest, because winding down for the anniversary, apparently it's part of the post-anniversary sort of thing, so technically another 6th year anniversary unit. So in this video, we're going to go through everything he does and see just how good he is, so let's get into it. Alright, so the unexpected Legends Limited release. We also have a Haze Shenron as well, but we don't have the details of that, so we'll see what he can do tomorrow and things like that. I think there was a reveals and stuff, but it was very early on for me, so I'm jumping straight into what you can do then. So still under development, subject to change, yeah, usual stuff. Put the pressure on your opponents with a combined continuous damage, high defenses and disrupt abilities. It doesn't actually have what typing he is here, which I can't envision yellow because we've got baby 2. Purple, no, because we just had 2 really strong purples. Maybe blue? I would personally say maybe green, just for GT and how GT looks, but we'll see. So number 1, strong poison, heavy bleed. Omega Shenron's strike and blast arts can inflict strong poison on hit, and special move arts can inflict heavy bleed on a hit. Use these damage over time effects to wear down your opponent, okay. High defensive capabilities, nullify unfavorable element factors for both offense and defense, nullify attribute downgrades, and seal the enemy's special arts upon entering the battlefield. Plus, nullify an enemy's wide range special arts attack 1 time, which is like the Gohan or God Goku or Gogeta, all that sort of stuff. Good against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I guess. Unique gauge are fully charged with every Dragon Ball gained. Use a strike or blast arts when the unique gauge is full to buff both offense and defense with effects that boost arts card draw speeds, nullify element enemy special cover changes, and more. Or if you're hit with the enemy's arts cards or attack, powerful defensive effects will activate, like health restoration, sealing enemies ultimate, and awakens arts. Okay, when health reaches 0, survive with indestructible. So the second ever character to have indestructible. You probably know, and I actually say it by here, that the first ever character to have this was the Goku and Bardock. Very powerful ability. Basically, you just don't die. Stronger. It's basically endurance 2.0. Okay. So GT's getting an indestructible. Alright, they are favoriting GT this year, aren't they? After indestructible ends, Omega Shenron's health will be restored by 50%. You'll gain 1 Dragon Ball, meaning you can take your opponent's most powerful move and then get ready for a counter attack, okay? Show your opponents the... Oh, there's the elements. Oh, he is green. Oh, well, I guess I got it right then. I'll take that. Okay. Regen, GT, Absorption's not really a team. Fusion Warrior, Shadow Dragon, still once again not really a team. Powerful opponent, and GT, okay. Z ability, GT, powerful opponent. Does it actually say? No, it doesn't say whether he's a blast or whatever type. So he's buffing powerful opponent, regen. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Regen, and also buff GT when he is Z ability number 3. So more stars basically. So strike, have blast armor, so charge in without fear of blasts, inflict strong poison on hit. Blast, 100% chance to inflict strong poison. Okay, special move, inflicts heavy bleed on hit. You even have 20% chance to inflict faint. I hate faint, I really do. Not when I'm when the opponent gets it, but when I'm receiving in faint, I absolutely hate it. Deals massive impact damage. Following effects occur upon activation. 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, and minus 50% to health restoration for 10 timer counts. Applies the following effects to enemy on hit. 20% chance to inflict faint. Yep. 100% chance to inflict heavy bleed. Green card. Destroy all your opponent's cards, inflict all enemies with sub counts, and activate other disruptive effects. This card can even buff Omega Shenron's offenses under certain conditions, and can nullify unfavorable element factors and draw an ultimate card. Okie dokie. A little bit like the Green Trunks, which came out quite a while ago now. Restores own key by 50, randomly destroys 2 enemy cards, cancels enemies' buff effects, inflicts all enemies with 2 sub counts, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received. Also applies the following effects to self according to the conditions met. 50 timer counts that have lapsed. He nullifies his element factors. 50 is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. An ally activates Rising Rush. Increase Dragon Balls by 1. So that is an ally. So if you do that with like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the Zenkai one, the green one, and you do it on a revival unit, you're going to have 5 Dragon Balls straight away. Interesting. There is a defeated battle member, draws the Ultimate Arts card, Dark Slaughter Feast. Ooh, okay. Next. So if you've got a defeated battle member, then he can draw it with his green card. So his ultimate then gives allies permanent buff to ultimate damage, and if they have certain tags, buff their special move damage too. Use this ultimate arts quickly to buff ally ultimates and special moves. Deals supreme explode damage. The following effects occur upon activation. Plus 20% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Nullifies endurance when this character attacks. 20% to ultimate and awakened damage inflicted by allies. Cannot be cancelled. Activates once. That's quite interesting, because if you're running Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well, it's going to make his ultimate hit even harder. Plus 20% to special move damage inflicted by ally, GT, powerful opponent, or regen. Cannot be cancelled. Activates once. And this is on activation, so you can miss it as well. Okay, looks like he's got a lot of supportive qualities. Interesting. Main abilities then. Interfere with your opponent's offense by greatly lowering their ki and reducing their Dragon Balls. If you use the main ability at the right moment, you'll be able to launch an ultimate arts whilst your opponent can't fight back. Okay. Draws the ultimate arts next. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 40. Cancels attribute downgrades. Reduces enemy ki by 50. Enemy's Dragon Ball by 1. 25 timer counts. Okay. Entering the battlefield will nullify own attribute downgrades, element factors, and both offense and defense, and seal the enemy's special art. Plus, you can nullify a wide range, the AoE green card essentially. That's not all, because the enemy has abnormal condition. Using strike or blast arts will seal one of your opponent's card slots and limit their options. Applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 110% of damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 70%, plus 50% key recovery, minus 5 to arts cost, increase card draw speed by 1 level, pretty standard these days, and extra Dragon Ball as well when the battle starts, just for being alive. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 20, 90% damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates once. 30% damage inflicted. I'm assuming he's a blast type then. Nullifies own attribute downgrades for 10 timer counts. Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. Activates 3 times. And then also again for damage sustained for 5 timer counts. Seals enemy's special arts. And the sealed arts cannot be used for 5 timer counts. Activates twice. So that's when he comes into the battlefield. So looking very disrupted so far. Plus 20% is damage inflicted for 5 timer counts every time this character uses strike or blast arts card. Following effects occur when the enemy is inflicted with abnormal condition, so bleed or something like that. Seals one enemy card randomly. The seal slot cannot be used for 10 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% damage received, 15 timer counts. Shortens own sub count by 5 when the enemy activates an Ultimate Arts, Awaken Arts, or Rising Rush whilst his character's on standby. And I'm pretty sure Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does it by 5 as well. So you could basically just bring him straight in. So he's looking like a good friend for Gogeta, to be honest. That's it. Let's make Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta harder to defeat, shall we? Nullifies enemies, the AoE green card. While sliding, standing still, all the usual stuff basically. Unique ability 2 then. Let's have a look at this. I make Shenron a special cover change against strike. Okay. Every time you gain a Dragon Ball, his unique gauge will get fully charged. When at max charge, the unique gauge will activate different effects depending on if you attack or receive an attack essentially. Using a strike or blast arts will boost your arts card draw speed and nullify cover changes, but if you're getting hit, Omega Shenron will recover health, seal the enemy's ultimate and awaken arts, and activate other defensive effects. So really not hard to get this gauge by the looks of it, every time you get a Dragon Ball. So he's also going to get it full straight away, is he not, when he comes in, when the battle starts, because you get a Dragon Ball initially. Okay. If the Omega Shenron's health is reduced to 0, Indestructible comes in. We've already had a little look at what that does. So he's got a cover change against Strike. Can be combo with blue card. Fully charges unique gauge when he gets a Dragon Ball, whilst this character is not defeated. After this character's unique gauge resets, it will enter cooldown and will not increase for 10 timer counts. Okay, so that's where they're balancing it then. Okay, sure. Reset zone unique. Well, you could get all your Dragon Balls by then. You'd be very lucky, granted, but you could. Okay. Reset zone unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur when using a Strike or Blast Arts. When the unique gauge is full. Gets 50 ki, reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 15%. Increases own card draw speed. Gets cover change, nullifies cover change for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade -10% to strike or blast and blast arts power for 10 timer counts. If you're getting hit, it will restore his own health by 20%, 50% special move damage inflicted, reduce enemy ki by 50, seals ultimate and awaken arts, and the sealed arts cannot be used for 5 timer counts. He looks really good offensively and defensively, to be honest. So when your health reaches 0, the undefeatable comes in, cancels own attribute downgrade in abnormal conditions, and again nullifies them as well. Destroys all your enemies' cards, applies the following effects to self after the cannot be defeated is ended, restores health by 50, 20% damage inflicted, and extra Dragon Ball. And that is it, but let me know your thoughts on him. He is looking very good offensively and defensively, if I'm honest. And he's looking like a really good friend for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, an unexpected release, but we'll see what happens when we use him. But I'm imagining he's going to be very strong. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, catch you later. Ciao.